been so long that I haven't seen your face. That's not true.
What song is that?
It's Akon.
Akon?
Mm-hmm.
The inventor of TikTok.
Right. The king of trends.
Hi, it's been a while. We're Cherry Notes. I'm Em.
I'm Soul.
We talk about music a lot. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just got the giggles.
Oh, okay. It's the Red Bull, the summer edition.
Yeah. I also just keep thinking about the Taco Bell thing you told me.
Oh. Wait, the gordita or the
chicken nuggets?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, the strips. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Taco Bell when they are promoting chicken, which is rare. But I've always not ordered it because why would I? And yesterday I was feeling excited and we were dining in. I ordered the chicken strips. They only give you 2, and then they basically give you the gordita, like spicy ranch, to use as the dipper, which is good. Just an interesting condiment for the chicken strips. They're good as fuck, and I don't care if they're made out of squirrels. I really don't care if it's squirrel meat in there. They're good. They kind of taste like, the breading kind of reminds me of like the Mighty Wings breading from McDonald's like all those years ago. If you were born before 2000, you should probably know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would eat them again.
Never had squirrel. So SMTOWN.
We did go.
Yep.
And Wango Tango we experienced.
For a brief moment.
It was fun though. It was on the beach. We had a great time. We do have a vlog about it.
So we're not going to go like too in depth about it. You can just watch the vlog. I was not feeling well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Our soul was sick. It was It was unfortunate, but we still had a great time. SMTOWN, I don't remember what the venue was called, something park. It's where the LA Galaxies play, soccer team. Mm-hmm. But they are sponsored, whatever. They have some kind of partnership with Sunhari. So there was soju at the venue, and I did partake in 2 bottles of it, which, granted, they take the bottle and dump it into a cup of ice and give it to you, which is ideal.
So you felt every bit of SMTOWN.
That's correct. I think the most confusing thing to me was that Rise didn't actually perform Bad Bad Back, and it had just come out, so it seems like it was something they should have done.
Right.
But they did like a little snippet of it, and we did get in our bag. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of like the most exciting part about SMTOWN and not like our favorite, because our favorite is a little obvious. Mm-hmm. What was your most exciting event at SMTOWN? Oh, I already know what it is. Well, I feel like it was just seeing Anton.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was just seeing Anton for you, and it was like...
Yeah, as soon as I saw... Because we were, like, at the very, very back, but we were kind of in the center, so, like, we got to see the entire stage, which was really, really nice.
For $30, no less.
For $30, no less. So that was good. I was just so excited for Rise. Like, it was like my heart was like palpitating. And as soon as they walked out on stage, I was like, oh, no. And then Anton comes out and I'm like, well, yep, that's how that went. And in the vlog, you can see my reaction to how that went down. Because I was still sick, I was just literally, I had a whole thing of emergency in my cup.
I forgot about that. The packet.
Yeah, I had a whole packet. I think I had Liquid IV and Advil. Like, I was going through it, but I was like, I'm here. I think another, like, perk of being all the way in the back was just that, like, we didn't have to stand up if we didn't want to. Like, we could just sit the entire time. And everyone around us was kind of boring, not gonna lie.
There's a criminal lack of fun happening at concerts lately, and I don't know what it is, but it's frustrating, especially in, I feel like, larger cities that I go to. Like, usually Chicago is never a problem.
No, Chicago's always loud.
When I have been to, like, New York recently or, like, LA concerts, the crowd is just, like, not fun. Mm-hmm. And I need it to change. I don't know if you saw what people, diversion here, but... the people were talking about Baekhyun's show last night in Newark. Mm-hmm. He's literally begging people to just clap or interact. They were like, he's like, even if you don't like the song or you don't know it, can you still like cheer at the end? Like, I'll come back with music that you like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? It's Baekhyun. What are we doing? Because like there's a bunch of people who are just like casual listeners who are like going to the concert because they know like Pineapple Slice or recent comebacks, and they don't actually know him or his music, and it's just upsetting that those are the people that have money to be close and just say that they were close like for this experience. Sorry, that's like it's like related but like kind of off topic of SMTOWN. I mean, but it's just frustrating. And the same thing happened when I was in New York for 17. The crowd was just not doing anything. My most exciting part of SMTOWN,
I think from what I could tell, was seeing Red Velvet.
I was very excited to see Red Velvet.
You were hyped. Like,
I don't remember.
I know. That's why I'm telling it for you. Because literally, as soon as, like, they started coming, like, walking down the stage, there is a clip in the vlog where it's right after the person was in front of you, and you go, bitch, sit down. And then it just cuts to you going, Chai! And just, like, screaming your head off. And I'm like, I think she likes this group. I think she likes them a little bit.
Me and Kika were having fun. I do remember me and Kika having fun during Red Velvet. Yes. I remember screaming about Joy because she looked gorgina. Like, she was so beautiful. I really wish Wendy and Yeri could have been there, but it's okay. Yeah, I would say, like, okay, my top 3 moments were, like, Red Velvet. Let me do top 5.
Yes.
Red Velvet, Renjun pink hair.
Oh, I forgot about
Do
that.
Young looked insane.
Yeah.
So did Yuta. Yuta was fucking crazy. Neurotic by TVXQ.
Highlight of the night.
It was
the only reason why we stayed till the end.
So good. It was so good. Well, Rise, obviously. Seeing Impossible was crazy town. I wish it would have been darker for Rise. Like, it was still kind of like daylight when they came out. And also, where was the 82 Preston stage? And fuck KCON LA. I really, that 82 Preston stage is gonna kill me. It's not fair. I should be able to split myself in 2, like in those little fucking Scandinavian folklore myths.
Right.
And send my other half to see 82 Preston. Because the thing is that Mark is going to be like, where is she? She's always here. And I'm not going to be there this year. I'm going to be seeing Twice, which is great. And I'm really excited to see Twice. And I cry constantly thinking about it. Yeah. But oh my God, that 82 Preston stage. Like, I think I would get... It hurts so bad. Like, I'm not going to be Soul City mobbing. And I really thought I was going to Soul City mob at SMTOWN. And I just didn't get to.
No. We also thought that we were going to stun her at SMTOWN. But that didn't happen either.
They would never... Oh my God. It's just like... Why would they give Wavy the light of day? The time of day. Sorry. The light of day. Yeah. Actually, no. Why would they give Wavy the light of day? They're in the fucking dungeon. So.
Right. If you could have had, like, 3 special stages that were specifically catered to you at SMTOWN, what would they have been?
And I'll name them.
Okay, go ahead. And let's just stick to 3 so that way we can go to the rest of the agenda.
Okay. 82 Preston, bar none. For sure.
Yeah.
90s Love.
Oh. With Songchan?
Well, yes, because they were all there.
Oh, yes.
They were all there. Do the stage.
Win was somewhere in the crowd. I believe it.
He had to have been. And you know what? If not, just pluck somebody else from Rise to go and do it.
Exactly. They got it. They know it.
I'm trying to do math. I'm trying to do it in my head. The Bat.
Yeah.
Granted, are those two of those are... Well, they're all related to NCT. Yes. They're all related to NCT. I would have liked to see an honorary mention an Irene and Solgi duo stage, but granted there was only 3 of them there anyway, so it would have been like fuck you, Joy.
My top 3 is I would have loved to do Stunner. If 10 could just have his little moment and do Stunner,
it would have gone crazy.
It would have been awesome because it's quite possibly one of the albums of the year for me. Rise to do all of Bad Back Back.
The Big Back Bitch song.
Yeah. And for EXO to do at least one of their own songs all together. Because they just did their solo stages and then somebody else did a cover of the Rookies did Growl.
Correct. I'm going to rescind my Oh, I don't want to say I want to rescind the bat. See, it's hard. The NCT Dream Love Me Right cover. Where was it?
Where was it?
Because
That would have been awesome. Because
I was fully expecting it, and then it just didn't happen. And instead of and we have to talk about the extreme and epic loss of NCT Wish not being there, because holy fuck. I mean, that's all I'm gonna mention, because it really did ruin pretty much half of the attendees' day when that got announced. But I will not trail on because we have bigger fish to fry.
But yeah, that was our experience at SMTOWN. Those are things that we wish would have happened. Here's to SM finally getting their shit together and like putting together a show that isn't, just
in
okay.
Korea.
Yeah. We were looking forward to this so much because it was the first time that SMTOWN was in the United States.
Correct.
And so when it was announced, we were like, should we go? And then it was getting closer and closer to the month that it was happening. And we went, yeah, we're going to go. Pierce the Veil.
Quick mention, greatest band of all time.
Correct.
My personal favorite, but they are the greatest band of all time. I saw them twice. I saw them in Ohio, and then saw them with Soul and our other friends here in Chicago. And just, again, flawless performance every time. Vic still sounds great. Great job, buddy. And I'm going to see him again in October.
Hell yeah. It was awesome. I feel like that day went a lot smoother than we expected it to, despite it like raining at the very end.
And someone dying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, there was unfortunately a security guard who finished his shift. This is very dark, but he finished his shift like as a security guard at the show, and then went and walked onto a highway. Then like we kind of got like trapped in the parking lot afterwards because he was missing, so they were trying to they weren't letting anybody in or out, and it was really hectic. Despite that experience, because I was between two asleep baddies in the back seat.
Yep.
After we waited in the parking lot for an hour and a half to leave. The concert was amazing. I cried a lot, as per usual. And it just doesn't get old. No. It just doesn't get old. The music's so good. And it was awesome because Chicago has so many Hispanic people that it was like the first... Their opening song was like going to church.
It literally...
It was loud as fuck in there.
Yeah. I had a Frankie to the right of me. And big shout out Franklin. He's the one that got us all the tickets.
Exactly. Thank you, Frankie. We love you, Frankie.
Love you, Franklin. But he was on the side of me, and I think it was Vicente Fernandez that was playing. And he knew that song bar for bar. I almost saw tears in his eyes. I was like, it literally feels like we're in church.
I looked over and I saw him full chest singing. I was like, yup.
Exactly. But that's such an awesome song. And the people around us, they were having a good time. They were I feel like it was
a Pierce the Veil crowd.
Yes, it was awesome. I don't want to talk about the polycule leader.
Okay, I didn't think so.
No, I was I
didn't think so.
But just even though Pierce the Veil is not from Chicago, it felt like a homecoming show, in a sense.
I agree.
Yeah,
and I feel like they felt that too. They felt that in that Applebee's.
They felt the love in the Applebee's that night. Kellen Quinn was beatboxing.
That was crazy. Okay, I really did scream at the top of my lungs when he decided that he was doing Roger Rabbit instead of With Ears, because some fan at Meet and Greet asked him to, which is sweet. Nice job. Thank you, Kellen. But let's leave the beatboxing behind, I think. I think we've grown past the need for it. It's not PC anymore. No,
it's not cool.
And it's not culturally relevant.
It's got nothing to do with Sleeping with Sirens.
So maybe we just maybe you could just do a little harmonizing bit. I know maybe we just kind of let the guitar do its job and you keep quiet.
Right. At that point, Mary went and ate something.
Yeah.
And while she was eating outside of the stage, she was like, now why do I hear Kellen Quinn beatboxing in the year of our Lord 2025?
Exactly.
I said, girl, I don't know.
And I got to quote tweet something that I tweeted about 3 years ago where he was also beatboxing in Indianapolis. And that was like, it wasn't even like, he wasn't even doing Roger Rabbit. He just was like on a ment.
Right.
And started beatboxing.
On a ment.
And I was like, what's going on? That was the last time that I crowd surfed, though, was at that Sleeping with Sirens show in Indianapolis.
Yep.
And I was wearing a leather skirt. And it was interesting. I would like to do it again. Not in a skirt, but like I need to have like a farewell crowd surf that isn't that show. Keshi's probably a good place to do that at, I think.
You would get dropped so fast.
No, I know.
So another concert that we went to the same week of Pierce the Veil was JB.
Yeah! JB, my boy, my son. He's older than me.
We were also lucky enough to get to take pictures.
Yes, we got press. Thank you to Mauve. Thank you to Connected. We got to photograph both Tabor, who was opening, and JB, which was great and amazing. And the production was very fun. And they were so close. The stage was a lot lower than I expected. But that was good because I didn't really like my lenses. But yeah, the show overall, JB had said that he was having some like throat issues because like he just like wasn't in the best condition. And he was really tired, which I think we could all get like a sense of that. But I think he still sounded really good.
Oh yeah.
Like I know like he was kind of like coughing a little bit during sound check, but otherwise like he sounded amazing.
I think him having that day off in between shows, in between our show and like the show that he did previously was very well needed, and he got about as much rest as he could. The schedule for the whole tour was just very tight in general, and obviously that wasn't his choice, but
and it had already been rescheduled from because it was supposed to happen in May.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, I think once he did By the Way and like his dancers came out and he was actually dancing because before he was just kind of like walking around and singing and stuff. Yeah. I think once he started dancing and the other dancers were out and everyone was kind of like a little bit more excited, like his energy definitely picked up. Like you could see the shift in the rest of the show. But yeah, the outfit changes, great stuff. Great stuff, buddy. We love it. Keep it up. My one beef isn't even about JB or anything. It's at Riviera Theater. Get food. Get snacks. Have something to serve to people. There's no reason that you should have people inside of your venue for almost 10 hours and not have anything to be able to give to people if they need to eat.
Right.
Like
give me some pretzels, a granola bar, like something, some type of concession that isn't alcohol.
If the granola bar is $5, I don't give a shit. You need to sell some kind of food to people. Yeah. Like people have blood sugar issues. Like I think it's literally just getting worse where like people have pushed this like not pushed but like advocated for accessibility in venues. So much to a point where people like these companies and stuff are just so sick of it that now they're like being evil on purpose. Yeah. Because they're like retaliating against accountability or like being inclusive and accessible to people with like handicaps.
I don't know. I think the show was great. We got to also experience it with our friend Sheena, who is a JB alt, like he's been her ult for years and years and years, and just seeing her like be so happy about it all, like it kind of made me a little emotional because I was like, oh my god, she's so happy right now. Exactly. And Sheena isn't the type to like, you know, yell and scream and like cry and stuff, but you can tell that she was just kind of taking it all in and like had such a great time. But yeah, so that was nice, and I got to like stay with her when it came to like the after show VIP stuff. I said bye to JB. He bowed at Sheena. She didn't even look at him.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about K-pop Demon Hunters. When he's like, but you have changed me and blah, 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 like whatever. And then she goes, okay, bye.
That's you.
Yeah, speaking of K-pop Demon Hunters.
We watched it last night.
Cried like a baby.
Cried a good 6 or 7 times. It was awesome.
Every time I was crying and I would look over at you and you were crying, I'm like, yup, exactly. It's Cherry Notes the movie.
It really is.
It really is. So if you couldn't guess, or if you don't know us and don't care, I'm Rumi.
Mm-hmm. I'm Mira.
Mira.
Yeah.
And
Ingrid is
Zoe. And Ingrid is Zoe. And then it's funny because their behavior is us like 100%. Like each of those characters' behavior is so us. And also like our quote unquote biases in the Saja boys is also us.
Yeah. They line up very well.
It's really good. The soundtrack rocks. Like, it's crazy how good the music is.
I knew that the songs were gonna be good because we love K-pop. We wouldn't have this podcast if we didn't like K-pop. I kind of figured that it was going to be K-pop with like kind of like Disney elements. So like making K-pop just a little bit bigger, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And I knew that what's his last name? Teddy something from YG.
Teddy Swims.
Teddy Swims. Remember when we saw Teddy Swims at Jingle Ball?
Dude, he was good.
But yeah, Teddy from YG. Like I said, forget his last name. Whatever. Anyway, he's the one that like produces and like makes a lot of like, you know, Blackpink songs and
so, you can hear it.
Yes.
The thing is that these songs are better than Blackpink songs.
Right. Right.
I think it's crazy. The writing in general, now see this is becoming a whole review, but the writing of the lyrics for the soundtrack. Like I love when just a movie goes all out on a soundtrack and like an original soundtrack, no less. Like huge Josie and the Pussycats album lover. The lyrics like tied so well into the actual story. But they still sound like actual songs outside of the story. Right. Like I think like Takedown is very on the nose, but like also Love Twice. But like Your Idol is that song is so good. Because if you take it out of the context of the movie, you're just like, it sounds like it's themed.
Yes.
And they also, the enhypen choreo, I was like, I clocked it immediately, which is so funny, but it just also is such an enhypen style song. It's really, really good. And it also, I think it captures the culture of K-pop and like fans extremely well. And it made me cry multiple times because I was just like, I love K-pop because of the community and how they represent the community in the movie. But I'll leave it at that. We need to make Ingrid watch it because she's just so Zoe and she doesn't even know it. Yes.
Yeah, I would not be surprised that if the whole soundtrack is on my earbuds next week. I was listening to it to and from work today. And it's not that long of a soundtrack either because I skipped like the songs that I know. I've listened to Strategy so many times. Like I don't need to listen to it in the context of this.
I love that song.
Speaking of Baekhyun from earlier, circling back to Baekhyun, we see him tomorrow. So what song are you most excited to like see him perform tomorrow?
I am like gonna lose my shit during Betcha because I love that song, but I'm upset because the styling during it is like cutesy and that song is extremely not a cutesy song.
Right. So I think in reality, I know in my heart of hearts that Bambi is going to kill me because it's just so good. But yeah, Betcha, I was really upset because for sound check yesterday, he did Cry for Love, which is one of my favorite Baekhyun songs, and it's not actually on the set list. But then he also did my League of Legends Paranoia song. And the thing is that Baekhyun in Heartsteel, which is the League of Legends K-pop group. Right. That he performs in, he is like my favorite character. Like he represents one of my favorite characters in the game. And I just, it's such a good song. How about you? Just based off of the set list that people have posted, I don't know how like true to form it'll be tomorrow, but Black Dreams is gonna be awesome.
I forgot he's doing No Problem. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that song so bad.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Exactly. So I'm very excited just to see him in general. I've collected 3 of the EXO members. Suho, Kai, Chanyeol.
Oh, right.
Yes. But yeah, I'm excited to collect another EXO member. So we'll probably have Baekhyun review for next episode because we get to experience that together. And then I see Stray Kids on Thursday, and hopefully that goes well because it's outside and we're in the middle of a heat wave.
And yesterday was the worst experience anyone could ever have at an outdoor concert, I think.
Mm-hmm. We actually know some people that like experienced that too. Like I saw like their stories, and
Yeah.
it was crazy. Like
Literally having a gate shut in your face for like that for an experience you paid for, and then receiving an email from Live Nation saying that no, you didn't check in, no, you weren't in the right line, no, you blah blah blah, as if the employees they're on video doing it. And I just think like the downfall of Live Nation needs to happen so badly.
correct.
And there's like people have all these videos of like people fully like passing out and like needing medical attention while staff literally just stands there and watches.
Yeah. And there were points where like Bang Chan took it into his own hands, and he's like was so worried and like so stressed out, and rightfully so. And also they were hot.
Yeah, I can't imagine them actually having to fucking perform like
Yes.
the whole time during that. That's just like, I know they're built different, but like it's just not safe.
No.
And I saw somebody talking about how like Bang Chan had said that like at all of these stops he wanted staff like at barricade to have water to give to fans. Like,
Correct.
and then like these people were like, oh well, we weren't communicated that, like we don't know anything about that, blah blah blah.
Right.
So like then he's pissed because there's just a lack of communication or just the request being met, which I saw like he was like messaging on Bubble and he was like, oh, you mean the thing that literally every single living thing on earth needs
To stay alive.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're charging you how much for it?
Yeah.
And I know like Han was like super upset, and like all of them were, and like
Yeah.
I get it. So hopefully Wrigley is good. I mean,
Yeah.
Wrigley lets you bring in stuff like snacks
Yes.
and water and
Yeah.
stuff. So
I have high hopes for Wrigley simply because
they're Wrigley. They're built different.
they're
For real.
Wrigley's for real built different. It's also like if you've never been to Wrigley, it's very much in a location that like it would literally shut down a whole city block if
Yep.
we were waiting outside for that long, or
Yep.
like literally it would be a hazard. And just the fact that like they already do shut down like some of the streets like
Yeah.
going into Wrigley, and businesses are still operating around there, so I once again have high hopes that we'll be fine. I feel like Wrigley, out of a lot of these baseball stadiums, have had more concerts because they were like one of the first.
And it's
like,
also one of the biggest. It's one of the biggest, like,
Yes.
in the nation.
Yeah, and so it'll be run a lot smoother just because they like, you know,
They're seasoned. They have tenure.
exactly. I've seen Green Day there, Pit, and I was fine. I've seen
Lady Gaga performed there too.
Yeah, I've seen Jonas Brothers there, Floor. It was fine. I got in with plenty of time. I didn't have VIP or anything, but that had nothing to do with anything.
When I was looking up the Wrigley policies for, because ATEEZ is going to be at Wrigley too.
Right.
So I was looking up the bag policy because I wanted to buy like a new bag. And I like found a Reddit thread about Wrigley, and they were like, probably the most relaxed bag policy of all time. As long as you don't bring in an actual gun, they don't care. And I was like,
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, no, they're very lax while being safe too. Like they for sure will check everything. They make sure that their metal detectors are up to date. I think that happened specifically like after they won the World Series, because they were like, oh, we're gonna have a lot more people showing up to baseball games in general.
Yeah.
That we need to be more equipped. So like a lot of their equipment is up to date and like blah blah blah. But apparently yesterday they only had like 4 metal detectors or something at the Nationals, and 2 of them were broken, so they started to manually check things, and that's why they ran so late, was because they had to like manually check people's
Girl,
bags.
4 metal detectors for a baseball stadium is crazy.
It's nuts.
Like, even the thing too is that the security, I know some security guards were letting people bring in water bottles and other people weren't.
Yeah.
Which is stupid, because when I saw Twice in Atlanta at Truist Park,
Yeah.
it was the same thing, where there was a really big disconnect between the security guards, where some of them were letting in certain bags and other ones weren't letting in certain bags.
Yeah.
So some of them weren't even letting people in with light sticks. And so when people were like, oh, but they're going in, so they would just switch what line they were going in through. And then there was like this, like, they did have to delay the concert, I think, by like 30 minutes because it was taking, and I did see that like Stray Kids at Truist Park was like a little messy, and I was like, yeah, that's about how it was for Twice too. But kind of similar to Wrigley, the way that the location of Truist Park is, there's tons of businesses around it.
Right.
And it's kind of like in this secluded, like, I don't want to say like shopping area, but kind of, it's like a really big strip mall.
Yeah.
And so, like, there were tons of people who were just, like, hanging out at restaurants and, like, whatever beforehand. So I feel like Wrigley will be the same in that manner.
Yeah.
For both Stray Kids and ATs. I was gonna try and go, you guys. Like, I really was. But the cheapest ticket is $260.
And that's just not happening.
And I just can't afford that. And when I look at, like, for something that I really don't care that much about, like, but like the other dates, the cheapest tickets were like $60 to $70, and I was like, see, I could do that, but something about Wrigley,
yeah,
they want my money.
I think we'll be okay. I think it's just gonna be hot, but I'm not trying to bring bad vibes. You'll receive an update in the next episode.
Okay, moving on from Stray Kids. Guys, I can't wait to see Keshi. I've been talking about this for so long.
Yep.
I just, like, that's my wedding, so
Yeah.
I'm just really excited. Like,
It's gonna be so good.
Keshi, if you listen to this,
Come to K-pop night afterwards.
yes, okay. Come to K-pop night after your concert if you're not tired. I know you like to drink. I'll buy you a drink.
I will buy you 1 shot.
Keshi, if you're listening to this, can you please perform less of you? Thank you.
Casey, if you know what's good for you, you will perform less of you.
Because I'm going to jump on stage.
Right.
And steal your mic and say, this is for you. Not even there.
He's gonna be
He's like, God, guys, what does this mean? And then he types into Google, superstitions, ear itching.
and he's gonna go,
But in Japanese.
he's gonna go, so either somebody's thinking of me or I'm gonna die.
Secret third option. Keshi is performing less of you in Chicago, Illinois, and you're not there. Okay, I'm getting a little, cut this out.
I will
Just do a beep over this is for you.
Yeah. There you go.
Because guess who's gonna think
Yup,
it's
yup, yup. And if you think this song is about you,
It probably is.
it probably is.
I feel like we were so Clarence and Alcheska right there.
Yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Asian Glow podcast. If you would like to be friends, we would like to be friends.
Please.
Please, we think you guys are so funny.
You're so funny. And we think we're funny.
Well, I feel like we can make each other giggle just a little bit.
And I love BTS.
It's true. I know enough to get by.
Soul has never heard Black Swan.
I'm sorry. I missed out on the BTS
Black
era.
Swan should have won a Grammy. On Saturday, we had a fun little karaoke night with Soul's friends. And my friends, I guess, in a way. And it was just really fun and cute. And we were having fun and singing. Like, it started very, like, okay, you know, it's kind of, like, awkward at first. And then we had the soju cocktail.
Correct.
And that healed all.
You're right.
This bitch put on Say by Keshi, and I was like, all right. And so we sang that.
Sorry.
And then at some point, as the evening went on, we just fully devolved into musicals. And that was the greatest thing. The Hamilton of it all was great.
Mm-hmm. The Hamilton into Phantom of the Opera.
And Les Mis.
Into Les Mis. Les Mis was awesome. We sang that with our whole chest.
We killed that.
Lily came to work like 2 days later and she was like, dude, my body hurts. And I said, yeah, because you were like full metal thrashing to Hamilton.
And also banging a tambourine against your leg for like 3 hours straight.
That tambourine was glued to Lily's leg. It was awesome.
She was killing it. Oh my God. When we did Work Song by Hosier, and it was like silent. And then as soon as the chorus came in and she goes, and I was like, damn, okay, this tambourine's going crazy.
This tambourine. One of the highlights for me of that night was Kelly and her cousins did a song from Pitch Perfect or something, and then
the medley.
Yeah, and then the cue just like it played the very next one, which was Don't Stop the Music, and as soon as we heard the Mama say mo, we instantly stopped and just screamed, and then everybody was like, "What?" And we said, Put on DSTM by 108 and see what's about to happen. And we ate the club up piranha.
We sure did. Okay, now for rapid fire reviews.
Okay. So this time around for rapid fire reviews, we have the new Rise album, Yugyum, ATEEZ, enhypen, and Baekhyun. So what we're going to do is we're going to give each album a rating out of 10, our favorite song off the album, and just anything else that stood out to you, whether it be good or bad.
Yid.
Okay, so let's start with Rise.
Sorry, y'all. Couldn't keep doing it.
What?
The boycott.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Sorry, Bad Back was a little,
It
talons in my neck. Okay, so this album, honestly, I have to give it, I always forget if we do out of 10, but I'm just going to do it out of 10.
Out of 10, yes.
This album also has 10 songs on it.
Correct.
So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because I have Fly Up blocked. That song is not allowed to play on my Spotify. Yeah. Really disappointing. I'm sad that it's the title. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, Bad Back should have been the title for sure. And, like, even Ember to Solar, like, both of those being pre-releases and then, like, the High School Musical ass song is the title. It
doesn't make sense.
It was really weird. That song does not fit for the rest of the album at all. But my favorite song off of it is Another Life for sure. I also honorable mention is honestly first 3 songs, like Odyssey, Bad Back, and Ember to Solar are all so good. Yep. And I also love Inside My Love because it's just like a Backstreet Boys song.
Yes.
So good.
I will also give it a 9 out of 10. Fly Up has grown on me, but it's not like it's very bottom of the list. Like,
I couldn't even tell you what it sounds like.
It still sounds like High School Musical. It hasn't changed. But that's because I love High School Musical. So my favorite song off this is also probably Inside My Love. I think that's my number 1. And then honorable mention would be Show Me Love. No, actually, no. First honorable mention would be Midnight Mirage because Sohee sounds crazy on that song.
Is really good.
In the Midnight Mirage. But yeah. And then anything that stood out to me, it's just, Fly Up I don't want it to be on the album, but it is, unfortunately. But
it's there.
It doesn't make sense in the grand scheme of the album.
It's like that weird cousin.
They'll show up to Thanksgiving, but you don't got to see them the rest of the year. So, Yugyum, next on the list. Rating out of 10.
I haven't spent a ton of time with this album yet, but it was really good. I don't think it was as good as
Trust Me.
I honestly have to give it like 7.5, 8 out of 10. My favorite song, Set Me Free, is so good. And like, he did perform that at the concert that we saw him at, like before it was released. What song did I say it sounded like?
Say You Love Me by Kai.
Oh, yep. Yeah, it sounds a lot like that. But I think probably It's Okay, Set Me Free, and Interlunar are my favorites off of it. I think there's just like some songs like Glue Stick and Scenario that are just kind of like tossaways for me.
Yeah. Like fillers.
I think they do. Yeah. Like, I think they suit the sound of the album, but they're not like ones that I like gravitate to just like listen to on their own.
I would give it a 7 out of 10. I also haven't really spent that much time on it. My favorite song off of it, aside from Set Me Free, is probably Unconditional, just because I was listening to it and I was like, ooh, like this is nice. I think I would like Set Me Free a little bit more if Gecko wasn't on it. I think that his verse, his like rap doesn't really add much to it. I'm also not really familiar with Gecko, but I know that like some people have some gripes with him and how he conducts himself and his music, but just the lyric, my mama told me every girl like you is bad for me.
Great. That's
on.
a bar. That's a bar.
That's a bar. Next album on the roster is 80s, which apparently is going to be repackaged with like some new albums, but,
cool,
or new songs. But
cool. I can hear new songs. Genuinely, like I know it's like an EP and there's not a ton to it. I'm gonna give it like a 7 out of 10. I really truthfully only listen to Lemon Drop and Masterpiece off of it a lot. I really love Castle. Like I think that song is amazing. But I do think that Lemon Drop is my favorite song off of it. I cannot stop listening to it.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Lemon Drop is really good. I think I'm gonna give it a 6.5, just because like
I almost said that, so I get it.
No, yeah, it's just like it's like Lemon Drop, Masterpiece, and Castle are the only songs that I listen to. I don't really listen to Now This House Ain't a Home because it's just sad. And you said that it sounded like Ronnie Radke, and it kind of turned me off from listening to it.
Or Russell Crowe.
But yeah, my favorite song off of it is definitely Masterpiece.
As you said, Panty Dropper.
I know that like if they perform Castle live, like that's gonna be a pretty emotional time, but I know damn well that they're gonna perform Blind, and it's gonna send me through the stadium that is Wrigley Field. I will be launched across the field when that song comes on. That's about it. All right, we got 2 more. enhypen, the newest enhypen.
Let's fucking go. Okay, this album rocks.
Yeah,
it's so good. Minus Loose.
We don't talk about Loose. This is an anti-Loose household.
Like loose lips sink ships.
Right.
Wait, you've never heard that?
Oh.
You've never heard that saying?
Honey.
Loose lips sink ships.
Never.
It's like people who like gossip, like ruin things.
Okay,
like
okay.
But in this context, it's this song sucks and ruins my mood.
Correct. It really just sounds like a throwaway Jonas Brothers song.
Yeah,
like new Jonas Brothers.
Love Bug, and when we were watching, when the Loose stage came on and Ingrid was here and she goes, blurred lines.
It does sound like blurred lines.
I think the Korean version is better than the English version. I have the English version blocked on my Spotify.
Yeah.
But I do not have the Korean version saved. That being said, Outside, what a stunner of a song.
Yeah.
Like, yes. And Flashover. I think Outside and Flashover are my favorites, but Too Close is also really, really good. If you haven't heard the title track, With or Without You, it's just Mirrors by Justin Timberlake. With a little bit of I Just Died in Your Arms Tonight. But overall, really good. Helium is like an 80s pop rock song. Thank You, Jay.
Yeah, Helium is my favorite track off of this album.
We did listen to it a ton trying to figure out what it sounded
like.
like.
It's really good. Outside is definitely my going
Your bias record.
My bias record. Outside is my going 90 miles in a 20-mile zone song.
Pretty Boy, no, I'm not.
Did you give it a rating?
Oh, no, I didn't give it a rating. The rating for me is probably like 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I take away 1 point for Loose, and I take away another 0.5 point for Loose Korean.
All right. Yeah, I can get behind that. Yeah, that's good. Last album that I have on the roster is Baekhyun.
Oh, okay, with Elevator and Chocolate? We also need to talk about 365.
Holy shit.
Essence of Reverie. I'm going to be honest. I haven't listened to this album super ton. I definitely listened to it more than I listened to the Yugyeom album.
Right.
But the main thing is that I mostly just listen to Lemonade, No Problem, and No Problem. But I do listen to Elevator, because that song's like, it's very like upbeat, and
yeah.
I like that. I didn't listen to Chocolate too much when it came out. I love Lemonade, though. I love Lemonade and No Problem. No Problem is very like R&B, like,
yeah,
it's classic Baekhyun, and I love it. It's very good. I think overall my album rating right now for it is probably like 7.5 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. I would go 8 out of 10. I feel like none of these songs I skip. You know, like I feel like I put on the album and I listen to the album all the way through, which is
typical of a Baekhyun album.
Right. It's very good. My favorite songs are tied, which is Black Dreams and Late Night Calls.
Late Night Calls is a great song.
Late Night Calls is, if he performs that song,
I think he does.
When he performs that song, I will be crying just a wee bit. Do you have an album that wasn't on the roster that you want to talk about?
I sure do. And that album is called Bomb by Islet. It's like, I know that there was a lot of drama around Islet because of the whole New Jeans thing, and I haven't really like given them a proper chance. I think like I listened to the first EP when it came out with like Lucky Girl Syndrome.
Yeah.
Yada yada. But I did watch like the teaser video for this album before it came out, and I liked it enough that I was like, okay, like I'm gonna listen to it when it comes out. And just like the whole thing, they're very like kind of that electronic girly pop, and like not like electronic in the way of, I'm talking about like 8-bit electronic.
Yes.
Not like EDM
like video game type.
Yeah, it's like that kind of sound. It's like arcade electric.
It makes you feel like you're in a video game.
Yeah, and I love it. My favorite song off of it is Little Monsters. I genuinely give this like, I don't want to give it a perfect rating, but it's like a 9 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
Oops on this EP sounds a lot like Blue Flame by Le Sserafim. Like baseline, everything. I mean, it makes sense. It's a hype group, but Little Monsters, great song.
Speaking of great songs,
365 by 108. I was just a Jokey's blind.
Which he is.
I was like, when I was watching the music video, I was like, when did they have time to do all of this? When like, I know they're in LA, but like, geez, they're like on the sand dunes, on the beach, like
they were just having a time
on the set of Fallout 3.
Yeah.
Like, but the song is really good. I'm really happy that it's a longer one. I think it's almost entirely in English. I did not hear any Japanese immediately recognizable, and I've listened to the song quite a bit, but I still like can't identify any of it. The lyrics are insane. I know what they said, that this is their quote unquote first love song and it's for wonders, but like the lyrics are kind of crazy.
What do you mean you have to be mine?
What do you mean, baby, I got you?
What do you mean? You got what? Got me what?
What did you get me?
What did you get me? Cough it up.
I'm wondering. Give me. Give it.
I enjoyed the music video very much a lot. I love
very much a
lot. I love when groups use like, specifically music videos in general, have that like old camcorder feel to them, like home movie type.
Hell yeah.
Like isn't Late Night Calls by P1 Harmony like also that, because they made it themselves like in a park or something?
Hey babe, I've never seen that.
Boy, do I have a video to show you.
I think so. But yes, I get what you mean. There's another one that aespa's teasers for Bad Car. What? I don't remember what it's called. Whatever their new shit is called, they do that a lot, and it looks very cool.
Yeah, it also just feels more intimate because it's like they're doing it themselves, you know?
Yeah. This is not a camcorder, like hand camcorder at all, but the Gabriella music video, like how they did the like VH1 style like camera. Oh my god, it was so good. Which is also another amazing song. Yes. Gabriella is so good.
It's so good. I love that it's all very telenovela. Like,
yes,
it very much plays into that because
drama,
and also just there was this like cult classic novella that everybody kind of watched as a kid, and it was Teresa. Brother, if I could go back and watch that show for the first time, maybe I will. Maybe I'll find it somewhere on streaming. Either way, a great watch. What else have we been loving as of recent? That's just like,
I have been revisiting some albums that I didn't pay too much attention to when they came out. I mean, like, I listened to them, but I didn't like give them their like the due attention.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to Role Models last album a lot. I've been listening to a lot of Del Water Gap. And breaking my own heart because I still don't have tickets for the after show for Lala for Del Water Gap. I've been listening to Lizzie Alpine a lot, Lizzie McAlpine even. As much K-pop that's been coming out, I feel like I've been listening to a lot more like not K-pop.
Yeah.
Oh, and the new Bad Sons album that's going to be coming out is going to be really good. They just released another new song, so they have like 3 releases out right now, like prepping for the album.
Yeah.
But the one that they just released, Mystery Girl, is very good. I didn't like Karma that much. It's been growing on me, but Communicating was the first song that they released, and that song is incredible.
Nice. We were also together like not too long ago, and we came
6 days even.
6 days ago, and 2 playlists came out of that weekend. One that you, me, and Ingrid put together, and another one that just me and Ingrid put together. But talk a little bit about your playlist that you put together, because I like that one a lot, and I've been listening to it a lot.
So when Lemon Drop came out, it kind of sparked this inspiration for a playlist that was inspired, like, of all like K-pop songs are like inspired by like inspired by like Latin music. So we made a playlist called K-pop Al Pastor, and it's very fun. It's just a lot of, you know, great music that has like
Spanish influence or Spanish in it, or like if there's a semblance of a Spanish guitar, it's probably in that playlist.
Oh yeah, the Spanish guitar is huge.
Yeah,
I remember when Gabriella came out, and I was like, or even just the teaser, I was like, this is going on the playlist.
Yep, exactly. And then me and Ingrid came up with a playlist called Close Enough, Welcome Back, Brockhampton, because we were huge fans of Brockhampton when they were in their prime, and it wasn't until like the past couple months that I revisited, you know, the Saturation series from Brockhampton, and I was like, man, music used to be so good. And then me and Tara have been listening to 82 Major a lot, and when Mark came out with his new album, Ingrid sent me Righteous and was like, man, this Brockhampton ass song. And then I was like, you know what, we're just gonna keep adding to this playlist. So there's a lot of stuff on there that's like K-pop but also not K-pop, but it's literally just all songs that could have been Brockhampton songs. Like Heroes by 82 Major, I fully believe that somebody broke into Kevin Abstract's laptop and just took it and gave it to 82 Major and was like, here, run with it.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell nobody. There's that. And as far as like the JB content, we will have a gallery up soon with a review that Ingrid wrote where she kind of interviewed Sheena as well. So you can check that out on our website hopefully soon.
Yeah.
The link will definitely be in the description, if not just the link to the website. But we'll for sure post on all our socials. It's just at Cherry Notes Pod on everything.
That's right.
We'll update you on what happens at Baekhyun and Stray Kids in the next episode.
Sorry we were gone for so long, but we still love music. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. We still love music.
No, we just, A, life happens. B, these things take a while for me to edit in general. So it's just like, we have to be in the right mood to record and also have content to like give. We also love putting in work when it comes to like the vlog and stuff. Like yes. I've been having so much fun editing the vlogs. Our next one is going to have a little bit of Pierce the Veil, a little bit of JB, and just fun shit that we've done together recently. So that's gonna do it for us. See y'all in the next one. Goodbye.
Driving hard, I'm top with the question mark. Pretty boy, no I'm not on the way to Lord. Poor nigga, 눈에 떠시 마치 Dracula. Now it's same